everybody, how's it? Aloha, this is Geebz here. Good morning. Old composer, decomposing figuratively and literally before your eyes. I must beg for forgiveness from the Coheed and Cambria fans. There have been many suggestions, especially from their new album project. And I don't know how, I don't know why. It's not a conscious effort for me to quash anything as much as it is that this list is no longer a list. It's just like a map on the wall where you throw a dart and say, where am I going next? But the dart this time finally landed on a song that we're going to do from their brand new album, Vaxis 2, A Window of the Walking Man. And the name of this track is The Liars Club. So here we are, here we go. I know I also get a lot of suggestions to do a slow burn on them. Without a doubt, that will be on the future horizon coming up soon. And coming up soon, we all know what that means. It could be a month, a couple months, whatever. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this. And let's do this right now. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. You guys know where all the links are. A cup of coffee, Patreon, headsets, links down below. Here we go. Coheed and Cambria, The Liars Club. All right.
That wakes us up, the truth that things are such a mess, far beyond repair. Your mind at a service, hard to find the words worth saying. What we do to deserve this, everything seems broken when you look at it that way. It's a disease, and there ain't no cure. The truth is such a bore. Or do you want me to lie? 'Cause I can do it, baby, I can do it. Lie to you, please ask me to. 'Cause I feel so much better when we just avoid the truth. Baby, are you okay to lie with me? Deep in disgrace, we empty retreats, farther than it seems to be. The older I creep, the pain in my body, longing for the days of my teens. Well, I guess I'll accept this garbage, there being the wheel with my mama staring. Jealousy here in the backseat. Or do you want me to lie? 'Cause I can do it, baby, I can do it. Lie to you, I'm begging you. 'Cause I feel so much better when we just avoid the truth. Baby, are you okay to lie with me?
They definitely opened up a serious can of rock whoop-ass here in that hook. Such a memorable hook. I don't know really what the genres are of, Coheed and Cambria. Very eclectic. Some of the tracks I've heard in the past have been experimental. This track seems to be, an extremely push on the rock, pop rock kind of vibe. A little less on the pop, more on the rock. I love how they opened it up with that distinct synth kind of grindy sound that they were using. That at first I wondered if it was a tricked out muted guitar sound, but I'm pretty sure it was kind of just a raw, throaty digi sound, keyboard sound. But the starting rhythm of that kind of caught me off guard. The rhythm pattern that sequence started, and then he comes in. If you saw me, I was like, oh, where's the one? Hang on, close my eyes, let me feel it. Oh, okay. And it looks like it's going to be, either in a cut time or standard time. And once they got into the hook, obviously, it was all balls to the wall. The chord changes, everything. It's such a very pristinely well-produced track. And his vocals are just his vocals. They're so, the word I'm looking for, but they're not discernible. The word that makes him stand out more. Help me with that word. The older I get, the better I was. That word. He's such a standout tone in his voice. Love the background vocals. There was some really super tricky stuff that were going on too in the dynamics left and right. And also, speaking of dynamics, before I get right back into it, I like how they just morphed from that digi-techy sound with the drums. What they did is kind of swell it on up. Almost sounded like it was a sampled loop for a second, and they took it and they blew it up. So great dynamics on this so far. Love it.
Do you want me to lie? 'Cause I could do it, baby, I could do it. Lie to you, please ask me to. 'Cause I feel so much better when we just avoid the truth. Baby, are you okay to lie with me? 'Cause I could do it, baby, I could do it. I'm begging you, 'cause I feel so much better when we just avoid the truth. Baby, are you okay to lie with me?
Super trippy way to end the track. But if that was one of the hidden arrangements that were behind all of that wall of sound that they had in their hook, the word I was looking for was his signature sound. You know, that was that word I was looking for. It was such a powerful wall of sound throughout that hook, where you have the crunch, the crunch guitars just tearing through it and stuff, really backed up with some of those synth things. But sometimes it's those glassy little sounds that we just heard in the background that kind of gave us a little hint. That actually makes a difference in the mix, just to kind of give it the width in the dynamics, along with everything, and of course layering all that's the big tricks in mixing and engineering. And I just have to say, this is without a doubt, in it to a minute, perfect. Song construction for, is there such a thing as radio anymore? But for fast listening, great songwriting, sick hook. And, the only thing is I'm sitting here going, with the experience I have on this channel is obviously a little darker, heavier, proggier and stuff like that. But these guys have some incredible pieces of work that I've already heard. But in the nature of this sound right now that they have with this track, is there anybody in out there that is anywhere near comparable to that? I mean, are they that much of a standout on their own? A la Rush. You know what I'm talking about? A band that you don't try to emulate them. You don't try to sound like them or something. They're just standout musicians and songwriters, and it's a standout band unto itself without falling in the depth of a genre. Kind of understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. Could be too early in the morning. Anyhow, once again, thank you so much for hanging out. Coheed and Cambria fans, so sorry it took this long. And for those of you who are still here, type in "I'm still here." After this, I go dark and heavy again. I have listed up here a song from Behemoth. Oh, shit. Maybe I should throw in the towel. I'm coming up into 2 years. I still can't remember names and say them right. All right, guys. You know where all the link is for the support links are. Oh my God, I'm just gonna stop now. I'll see you later. All right.